See that sexy girl, she from Ghana. Yeah. Too fine, I call her Amma. I go show you to my mama. But how you gon' do me like Joanna? I ain't with the play thing, I'm sad.
Hey y'all, it's your girl, ohenewaa.
And welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited for today's video. Don't mind my mom in the background, she's on the phone. But anyways, today, as you can tell, we're gonna be doing Nigerian versus Ghanaian jollof war. The cool thing about today's video is I got my co-star, Miss Bunkayo, Budget B, and we're actually collabing today. So we're gonna be doing part 1 video on my channel and then part 2 video on her channel. On my channel, what you guys are gonna be seeing is our process in cooking, how we both cook jollof our 2 different ways. And then on her channel is gonna be a taste test. And we're gonna have some few guest stars tasting our food and deciding which one is best blindly, so you know they're not biased or anything. Hope you guys are excited as I am. You're gonna be seeing how I make my jollof, and honestly there are so many different ways to be making jollof. Like, you can put it in the oven, you can put it on the stove, but I'm just making a little bit, so I'm doing it on the stove. Personally, my favorite is the one that goes in the oven. Like, it be tasting so good, like, so, like, it's like dry but not too dry, you know, and it's like, ooh, so good. Like, I see Doris's jollof, so good, so good. Also, I'm a little lazy, as you can see. Instead of using tomatoes, I just use tomato sauce, because, you know, it's easier. It's easier.
Hey guys, so I am currently going to Walmart to get the groceries that I need for the competition tomorrow, and I'm so freaking excited. I'll catch you guys when I am in Walmart.
Let's get to cooking. Alright, so step number 1, oil, of course. Just place it in the pot, just let that heat up a little bit.
You know, be me, be the Almighty. Hey, help me, oh Jehovah. Plenty people they envy you. They won't make a die, oh Jehovah. Yes,
Next, we got the onions. You don't need onions, but honestly, Ghanaians put onions in everything. Okay, this is a challenge for all my Ghanaians. Try to name a dish that we don't put onions in. It's not like a little snack like buffalo or something, but like, you put onions in everything. If you know how to cook well, you put onions in everything. Period.
So, I don't season it first. I try to let it cook a little bit because it's just hard to know how much season to use while it's still fresh. So I let it cook for about 5 minutes before I season.
Alright, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit.
Okay, now it's been like a couple minutes. It's time to season, and I'm gonna start with salt because salt is like the trickiest season for me for some reason. And I don't really like measure. I kind of just like gauge it. I don't know, because none of my family members really measured, so I kind of just picked that up from them. Alright, so I use Maggi cubes. You have guessed, y'all. Curry, salt, and I also have this because I just have it. It's the same thing as this. And then the last thing, and this is my favorite one out of all of them, is thyme.
I'll get my seasonings together, so I'm gonna use some parsley. I love parsley. Parsley adds a little, you know, flair to food, you know. And then I got some black pepper, got some red ground pepper, and then I got the Maggi cubes, of course. Mommy, can you open this? I got it. I'm just gonna use 2 of these. You don't wanna over season your food, you know. Okay, so I just got intel that Bunkai's gonna be putting some meat inside her jollof. But I don't have meat, so I sent my brother to the store to get some meat. So I got 1 tin of tomato paste, and then I got 1 big can of crushed tomatoes. So I'm just gonna wipe off the tops with a wet towel because yeah, stay clean. You don't want anything to get in when you open the cans. So. So, when you make jollof, you gotta use water. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like rinse out the excess sauce and like keep that water and then pour it in the pot. So right now it looks like soup. That's okay, because the water's gonna be used to cook the rice. Okay, so I heard that it's a thing that some people don't wash their rice before eating it. Weird, but I'm gonna go ahead and wash this rice.
I'm gonna start washing the rice, but I'm gonna make sure to wash it really, really well so all the starch and stuff comes out. That way the rice doesn't stick together or get soft and soggy.
Something I get, it don't be me I do. Something I get, Jehovah. Something I get, something I get.
Now that the stew is boiling, I drained out the water from my rice, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the pot.
I dey shine you higher, higher, higher. I dey fly you higher, higher, higher. I dey shine, I dey bright. You can call me Mr. Sun. Enemies, Charlie, nowhere to be found. I dey stand tall, spiritually fit. Don't you try me, physically rich. Yesu moja nkamwe mwe. Atamfu we. Yesu moja nkamwe mwe. Atamfu we. You know be me, I do something I get. Jehovah.
I got my chicken breast, and because it's late, like my jollof is literally almost ready. Not almost ready, but it's almost ready. So I don't have time to like steam the chicken and everything, so I'm just gonna season it and then fry it. Hopefully that's not too bad. Yeah.
Something I get, them get to support me. Every day, them they envy me.
So I'm gonna take this plastic bag, wash the inside, of course. We're using it for food, so you have to make sure it's clean. And then I'm just gonna like cut it open on one side. Now I'm gonna cover the rice with the plastic bag so I can add some like moisture to it. This just locks the moisture in so the rice can cook well and it's not too hard. Cover that, let that cook a little more.
Something I get. Yeah, you know something I get. Something I get. Yeah, you know something I get. I dey shine you higher, higher, higher. I dey fly you higher, higher, higher. I dey shine you higher, higher, higher. I dey fly you